People, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow is Man United versus Man City. It is derby time, people. Let me put on my shades so I can see you all as you're coming in. Smash a like. This is Man United Central. Listen, tomorrow it is derby time. Man United versus Man City. Big game. And of course, we have updates on the transfer news when it comes to Ugarte, right? What did Fabrizio Romano say about Ugarte? And also De Ligt, right? I mean, at the beginning of this week, we thought we are going to have so far the transfer window was being really crappy, but it looks like, according to reports, the transfer window may change. All right. So before we jump into Ugarte and De Ligt and Wan-Bissaka, all those updates, let's talk about the big game coming up tomorrow, United versus Man City. Here's the team that traveled, the traveling team. The 21-man squad includes Andre Onana, Bayandia, Hitton, Delo, Maguire, Evans, Martinez, Amas, Casemiro, Mount, Collier, McTominay, Maino, Fernandes, Rashford, Ahmad, Anthony Garnacho, Sancho, Pelestri, and Xerxes, right? So that is your traveling crew to Wembley tomorrow, right? So basically, one name there that, from this report that I'm reading that it's a huge boost is Harry Maguire, right? Harry Maguire has been included in that 20-man traveling team. Of course, we know that we're already plagued with injuries. Ten Hag doesn't have the likes of Lindelof. He doesn't have, of course, Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. So all those guys are injured. So this is a huge boost that we have at least Maguire in that center back. He's been able to get himself fit, and he's going to be able to play. And of course, listen, having Maguire, to partner Lisandro Martinez, listen, it's not the end of the world. Definitely something that it's going to help us, because if it wasn't him, it's definitely going to be, then it would have been the likes of it would have been Johnny Evans and Lisandro Martinez. So I would rather have Maguire, honestly, in that I would rather have Maguire in that center defense partner Lisandro Martinez instead of Johnny Evans, right? So this is a huge plus. So if I was to think about what is my back four going to be tomorrow, Ten Hag had said, look, he most likely he's going to start Harry Amas. So the back four would be Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, obviously. Right back is going to be Delo. Left back is going to be Amas, right? Now that midfield, of course, you have Casemiro there. So it's probably going to be Casemiro. Is he going to start Kobe Mainu? I don't think he has trained a lot. So maybe Casemiro, Kobe Mainu, Bruno again. And up top, according to reports, they see that Ten Hag, he said, look, Xerxes did train, but he's not 100% fit. But, he said, look, Xerxes is ambitious and he looks like he's determined. So he may throw in Xerxes, from the beginning. But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to take that risk. On his interview, Ten Hag said, listen, in this game, we're not going to take any risks because, listen, we cannot afford any more injuries, right? So I don't know if we're going to start Xerxes, but if it was me, Ten Hag, I would start Xerxes up top. Left wing, it's going to be Rashford, of course, because Rashford, honestly, he has had a good preseason. So Rashford is going to be on the left, and on the right wing, it is going to be Amad Diallo, right? So that is my lineup. You guys let me know in the comments below, what is your predicted lineup for tomorrow's game against Man City. And of course, the game, if you're joining, please smash a like. We're talking about Man United, Man City tomorrow, right? Honestly, tomorrow's game, in my head, I'm saying, listen, if we lose, it's just another glorified preseason, right? So it's not a big deal. No one cares. But if we win, we'll be like, okay, we got another one up on Pep Guardiola. What's going on? Welcome. Trying to see here. I didn't catch your name. Diana, welcome, welcome. Smash that like as you're coming in, right? This is Man United Central, man. So, of course, if we win tomorrow, it's going to be a huge boost for not only Ten Hag, the entire Man United community. Because listen, with the number of injuries that we have so far, like it's been crazy. Like we are decimated already in that defense. We don't have Wan Bissaka, we don't have Luke Shaw, we don't have Lenioro, Lindelof. Maguire was iffy, but it looks like he traveled, so he may play. So already from the get-go, Ten Hag already has all these issues that he's working with injuries, right? It's as if it's a deja vu all over again, right? Last season, this is how our most of our games went, with injuries, injuries, and injuries, and we were not able to really compete very well. Had we have like a fit back four, I'm sure we will not finish eighth, right? So I'm hoping that tomorrow's game, we play, obviously Ten Hag said, listen, he wants to see good football. He wants to see progressive football, we also want to see a different Man United, right? Compared to the one that we saw winning the FA Cup and that final against Man City. We want to see something different. We want to see progression. We want to see patterns of movement of the ball. Want to be more on the front foot, and we should play much better because now in this game we're going to have the likes of Bruno, starting the game because Bruno is that orchestrator in that midfield, and then we're going to have Kobe Mainu, so we should definitely play better. Rashford is looking good. Maybe Xerxes now. We're having Xerxes. We're gonna have that point, focal point in that up top. Again, he can play that false nine, so Xerxes can drop back and then help Rashford to be able to get in behind and Ahmad. So again, all that is good. Harry Amos is gonna be a baptism of fire, honestly, because yes, he's young. He's definitely one for the future. Harry Amos, he's definitely gonna be a key player for us. So I'm glad that Ten Hag and him and Collier, he's going to keep him. He's not going to send them on loan. That way they're in and around the first team. That way they get games here and there. They'll develop, right? Hopefully Luke Shaw and Malacia come back. And, Amos can be that backup. Now, is he going to be the backup? We're not going to bring in another left back. I don't think so. I think we are going to be bringing in maybe a free agent. So we were looking at Hermoso as a free agent to come in to cover that left back position. Hermoso can cover left back and also left center back, right? So we're definitely going to bring in one of those, free agent type of player to cover that left back just in case we need them, right? Just like the way we did with Sergio Reguilon, right? So that's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. I think it's what I'm thinking we're gonna put in a good show. I don't think it's gonna be Man City they're gonna kill us. I really hope they don't. I'm hoping that we can keep it tight. Just like the way we play in the FA Cup. And who knows, Man City they're also missing some of the key players like Kyle Walker and a few others that are missing. And you know what? We may nick it, man. We may nick it tomorrow and lift another trophy. If we do, it's going to be a huge boost for Ten Hag going forward, saying, you know what? We're starting on the front foot. We're starting the season with a trophy in the bag. And according to history, Man City usually doesn't play very well in these Community Shield matches. So we are kind of, we could definitely do something and get that win. And if we do, man, it will be nice. It will be nice, right? So my prediction tomorrow, it's going to be, Manchester United 2, Man City 1. Haaland is definitely going to score, but you know what? We'll be all right, man. I'm always going to tip my team to win, okay? Man United 2, Man City 1. We're going to lift another trophy. Ten Hag continues the streak of winning silverware, right? There you go. Let me know in the comments below what's your predicted lineup and what's your predicted score for this game. Now let's pivot to the transfer market, guys. Talking about the transfer market, listen, according to reports, Man United and PSG are still in negotiations to find an agreement about permanent deal of Manuel Ugarte. Guys, this is according to Plenty Go. I'm going to repeat. We thought that Man United have pivoted, have left the negotiation table when it comes to Ugarte, but we know that Ugarte is our number one target. for that midfield, and we know we need him. We need him badly, right? Because Ugarte is that midfield marshal, midfield powerhouse that we need, with the legs, tenacity, who can play that Casemiro role, right? Because Casemiro's legs are gone, man. So we need Ugarte. And listen, I know we were linked with Burge. That Burge is like on our back pocket in case we are not able to secure Ugarte. Then of course we're gonna go to Burge, right? But according to Pletigo, Man United and PSG are still in negotiations to find an agreement about permanent deal for Manu Ugarte, right? Fabrizio and now Florian Perteberg have both said the same thing about United still trying to get Ugarte. Listen, one thing that we hadn't seen before, right? Whenever we see all these reports that Man United have left the negotiation table for Ugarte, one key person who hadn't said anything was Fabrizio Romano, right? Ornstein said it, but Fabrizio Romano was quiet, right? He didn't jump into the whole bandwagon and say, oh, you know what, United, they're out of the negotiation for Ugarte. No, he stayed quiet. So now he came back, basically, I think he may have had some information saying, you know what, I know people are thinking like United is out of these negotiations, but I believe, he thought like, okay, this could be a negotiation tactic for Man United, saying like, look, we're jumping out of this thing, and you know what? Now here we are. According to reports, they're saying, look, we're still negotiating because we know PSG. They've already signed Gio Neves, man, and Ugarte, and they had already told Ugarte that, listen, you are not part of our plans in that midfield. So, Ugarte has already told PSG, like, look, I've already agreed personal terms with Man United, and I do want to join Man United. So, he would work out in PSG's advantage to agree a deal with us. That way they can get some of that money, from they use to spend on Jean Neves to bring in. That way we can get Ugarte, and then everybody's, happy, go lucky, and then we keep it moving, right? So again, this is good to see. And Fabrizio had said, listen, buckle up. This is going to be a crazy week for Manchester United, right? It's going to be a crazy week for Man United because, he anticipates that, a lot of deals could be happening for Man United. Again, the transfer window, before you know it, man, it's going to be shutting down. So we need to be making these moves. We need incomings. Now, all these players like Ugarte, when we talk about the Lit, Mazraoui, all these players, obviously, they're not going to, Burge, they're not going to be here in time for the Fulham game. But again, the bottom line is this. We need to get them in. Even if they're not here for the Fulham game, there are other games down the road that we need these proper players. Because, listen, I know you guys and we all don't want to see the likes of Maguire partnering Sandro Martinez in a whole bunch of games, right? I would like to see Matthias de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez, right? Since Lenior is out. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Maguire there, right? So we shall see. Talking about de Ligt, where are we on that, right? So according, again, this is a report from Pletigo. It says, look, the clear tendency at this stage is that Nasser Mazraoui and Matthias de Ligt will join Man United this month. Guys, Pletigo, when it comes to transfers, especially in the Bundesliga, is really good. So he says the clear tendency at this stage is that Mazraoui and Matthias de Ligt will join Man United this month, right? If all goes to plan, a double transfer will be completed. Positive and ongoing negotiations between the clubs are underway, right? Deals are not yet done, but progressing very well, right? So again, it shows that, look, we may think that the deals, like yesterday when we saw that Bayern didn't make that the deadline on Tar, we were like, okay, it could be that this deal could not, maybe it's not going to happen for De Ligt. But according to these reports, we see that, hey, you know what, we may have something here, right? Fabrizio Romano is saying Man United will be really busy in the next few days, right? We may see a new right back in Mazraoui, right? center back in Delit who's waiting. So again, a busy week. So people, buckle up, buckle up. This could be a busy week for Man United, because I see reports that we know that, look, in order for a right back to come in, we need outgoings, and in that outgoing, we're talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So reports are saying Aaron Wan-Bissaka compensation package is very close to being agreed for him to join West Ham. The issue, basically, this issue was basically the compensation package was the issue that was holding the deal back. It looks like now Man United, they're getting close to coming up with an agreement on that package for Wan-Bissaka. That way, Wan-Bissaka can head out of the door. Mazraoui could come back in, because that is what will make this whole thing move, is when we have exits, right? When it comes to left back, I see that Mario Hermoso is the name considered by Man United in the past few hours. There is nothing concrete with him and the Italian club. In the Italian clubs, the free agent opportunity and versatility of the player is something Man United is considering. This is according to Fabrizio Romano. So again, Mario Hermoso, he can play a left back and left center back position. So again, he's versatile, and he's a free agent. And because we don't have money, we could definitely be looking at bringing in a player like him to help us in covering that left back position, right? So again, this is all good stuff. We thought, we're dead in the water, nothing could be happening. It looks like things could be moving, right? Where are we on the whole Burge deal? Sunderberg deal is advancing very fast, with willingness from all parties to get this done, right? According to reports, say if this deal is completed, another signing could in the midfield could be coming in. Now with Burge, again, he's like the second choice in case we cannot get Ugarte through the door, right, people? So that's where we are. I really hope that we can complete some of these deals, because we need incomings, man. We also need outgoings. Hopefully that Wan-Bissaka can be at the door. It looks like McTominay is going to end up staying, but we definitely need incomings. We need new fresh blood. We need injection of of new players to revamp that team, right? People, that is all I got for you. I appreciate you being here. Smash a like, hit the subscribe, and if you know what, when news breaks, I'm gonna be here to update you all. I appreciate you being here. Peace out.